Hey guys, it's Jen from beautyriotx, and today we have a fun video because it's a new makeup line from Dollar General. And Dollar General is like Family Dollar, like not everything is actually a dollar, but it's a cheaper store. I don't know why they call it dollar anything, it's not a dollar store. But anyway, so here is the brand. It's called Believe Beauty. I have about like 90% of a full face. I don't have an eye primer. I already used mine. I don't have an eyeliner and I don't have a mascara. Everything else I pretty much have. All right, so we're just gonna jump into it. I haven't heard anybody talk about this. Like I've heard people say, hey, have you tried anything from Believe Beauty? But I haven't seen anybody's reviews on anything. So I'm going into this with a clean slate, my own opinions, whatnot. So as usual, we're gonna start with the eyes, and very pretty packaging. Everything is really nice. The foundation is in like a nice glass bottle. Everything that I got was $5 and under. I'm pretty sure that's accurate if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure nothing was over $5. So they did have a few different variations of eyeshadow palettes. I have the Nearly Nude palette, and they only had 2 more in stock. I think there's like 4, you can pick one. They only had 2 other ones there. One was all blue and one was like purpley, I think. I think this one just spoke to me the most. And I'm gonna try to make a look with 2 mattes and 4 metallic shades. I didn't want to get like more than I needed to do an eye look. Like I can make something with this. We're just gonna figure it out. I think I'm just gonna have to start with this like nude shade. I'm gonna go into the other matte, which is pretty deep. So I'm gonna have to try to make something work. Oh, okay. It's going on pretty nice, pretty decent. It's not overly pigmented and it's blending pretty well, so that's good. Go in with my Smith 247 brush with that same shade. This is gonna be a fairly easy eye look, honestly. Now, along with this palette, I have 2 Glimmer Pot Gel to Powder eyeshadows. I have a gold and I have like a pink quartz shade. I'm gonna swatch these before I decide what I'm going to do with the rest of my eye after I'm done this part. Because basically, like I said, I only have these 2 mattes to work with, like a bone shade and a dark kind of auburn shade. So let me just do the same thing I did over here with the matte brown on this side, and then I'll be right back and we'll decide what we're gonna do next. All right, so I put my cut crease on. I started putting the gold flake on. My camera shut down for some reason. So I just put the gold flake shade on, and it's beautiful. It actually is much prettier than it swatches. And you know, I know not everybody does like cut creases and stuff, but the only way I use these kind of products is over top of a cut crease or a glitter glue or something. There will never be an instant where I use them just kind of on their own. So for me, this is a good way to test these kind of things. I really wanted the other one, the pink quartz, to be better, but it's a little like, it's pretty, but it's just like, it's like subtle. The gold leaf definitely looks prettier on than it did when I swatched it. So I'm gonna put on my primer now. And there was no fallout, so I don't actually have to clean anything up. So I'm gonna go in with this Pretty and Primed Hydrating Primer. They had a few different kinds of primer, but this is just the one I thought would work best for me. They had like a mattifying one, a blurring one, and I think this one. And it's not, I mean, there might be silicone in, oh no, it said it's silicone free, paraben free, and not tested on animals. Cool. Dewy, healthy looking finish. I picked right, and I didn't even read that prior to buying it, so that's good. I'm gonna let my primer set in for a minute. I'm going to go off, do my eyeliner, and I'll be right back and we will get on with the rest. Face powder. I didn't get face powder. I think it was because either it said mattifying or they were out of it, but I know I didn't get face powder. I can't remember why. I feel like it would have been one of those reasons. All right, so my eyes are lined and now we're gonna go in with foundation. And this is the Skin Finish Foundation, medium to full coverage. I have this shade Soft Beige. There was nowhere and no way to try to, you basically just had to guess. And this kind of looked close. There were shades that looked really yellow, looked really pink. I thought this one was safe. Hope I wasn't off by too much. As usual, I'm gonna put it on my little plate right here. Looks pretty good. And I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender because that's how I normally apply shit. Oh. All right. I hope it doesn't oxidize too much because right now this shade is kind of perfection. At least in real life, I'm not sure how it's looking on camera. It's either blending in just beautifully and perfectly adjusting to my skin tone, or it's oxidizing. I can't really tell which. I guess we'll find out though. I mean, this literally looks the tone of my skin. And it feels pretty hydrating. It might be oxidizing a little bit, but I'm so used to picking a color that's always just too light. I didn't do that this time. Could it be a miracle? I don't know. Up next is the concealer. Your Covered Liquid Concealer. I got the shade Fair because all the shades look the same, in my opinion. Like the shades almost looked like it was just the undertones that looked different, and I didn't want to, and you couldn't open anything to look, so I just had to guess. Shade looks pretty good so far. I'm holding up this to look. It's not a mirror, asshole. That looks really nice. I do see the foundation oxidizing a little bit. Not crazy, but a little bit. Let's hope the concealer doesn't actually oxidize. It's sitting under my eye beautifully. It's sinking my fine lines, not a ton, but I mean, this is very light. My face feels really good. I can definitely see it is kind of mattifying a little bit, but not too much. This is definitely not crazy light, and this is not full coverage. There's just no way. This is like a light to medium, maybe. You can probably build it up, but I really like the way it's sitting right now. Like, I don't want full coverage, so this is totally fine. And it feels, all of it feels really good on my skin, actually. Wow. Like, this is the kind of thing I would do like an everyday makeup look with. So now let's go in with, I'm gonna do my powder real quick, like I said, because I totally forgot powder. Actually, I'm not sure of the reason I don't have the powder, but this is the Wet n Wild translucent powder. I love this. I've been like all about it lately. It seems to be sitting on the concealer fine. Even though the concealer isn't full coverage, but again, I'm kind of okay with that. It's definitely looking a little more matte now, but that's nothing that can't really be fixed with, you know, setting powder or setting spray or something. All right, now we're gonna go into blush and bronzer. This is the Get Glowing Highlight and Contour Palette in light medium. It pretty much looks like every shade in here, like these look satin, and this is obviously metallic. Ooh, the highlight's really pretty, but it is, oh God, it's like really, really gold. Like almost bronze. So, okay, we will start with, I'm still gonna try it, but we're gonna start with the bronzer. Let's see, it's kinda gonna be tough to get into like the single spots in the pan, but it seems to be blending okay. That's nice. It's very subtle, but I mean, I'd rather that than, you know, painting these bronze stripes across my face. All right, let's go with the blush now. It looks like a really nice kind of pinky nude kind of blush, like a neutral blush. Again, very subtle, but that's not a bad thing. Like when you look at it, when you're picking it up out of the pan, you think, oh, I gotta be careful. But I mean, this reminds me of like the butter bronzer where you can't put too much on. Like that looks nice and healthy and not like overkill. All right, I'm going to go finish smoking out my under eyes because I've been filming literally all day. I don't want my camera to like up on me, so I'm gonna finish smoking out my under eyes, do my liner and mascara, and then I'll come back and we will finish highlight, brows, and finish with lip. So I'll be right back. That smoked out beautifully under the eyes. I'm extremely happy with the way that looks. All right, now we're gonna go in with the Eyebrow Styling Gel in dark brown. Normally, like, I'm usually a pussy when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'll go for taupe because I don't want it to be too dark. But this time I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go balls to the wall. So here we go. It's got a little mascara wand. That's always good. So let's see what this can do. It's filling it in. That's pretty dark. Oh boy, okay. All right, so this is way too dark for me, but it's perfect when I use my Sephora brow stuff. Oh dear God, that is very dark. All over, this is too dark, but it did what I wanted it to do. And it did what is hard to find a brow product to do. It literally touched everything that I touched. Now, like, you keep trying to build up some kind of brow products and you can't get them to like latch on to maybe the front or whatever. This literally went on to everything that I touched. And it seems to be staying very well, like it's not coming off. So I'm just gonna ignore that. It's fine. It did what I wanted it to do, but the shade, it just, Oscar the Grouch. Okay. Now let's do inner corner. We're gonna use the metallic shade from the palette. Does these have names? No, they don't have names. It's very smooth. Gives that nice little highlighting effect right there. Lovely. And now we're gonna go in and highlight. Huh. It's actually pretty good. I can see a little bit, it is kind of bronzy, but on top of the blush, it's not too bad. I'm gonna look kind of close up in a second. Okay, you know what? That actually works. Although I have to say, that's like gives you wet cheeks. I don't know, like I don't think this was light enough. Like I think somebody who's any lighter than me, I don't think this will work for. The rest of the shades are fine. This, I don't know, but it's a $5 thing, so go try it for yourself. Okay, last but not least, we have the Satin Crush lipstick in Soft Rose. The shade range wasn't great. Like there weren't tons to choose from. So I went with this very neutral kind of mauve-y shade, which now I kind of wish I went back for like a nude, but I feel like they didn't have the nude. So let's see how this looks. Yeah, it's a bit brighter than I thought it was going to be. That's okay. It's kind of bright pink. But again, I actually don't hate it. Maybe not with this eye look, but the formula is not great. It's actually making my lips look super, I don't know if you can see. It's actually like accentuating all the lines, which I mean, it's lipstick. Maybe it's just the shade that's doing that. It feels comfortable though. It doesn't feel like anything special. All right, so that was it. My favorite product so far, the foundation. These blended out like a dream. Like that brown shade that I basically used everywhere except on like the cut crease, this brown matte shade is beautiful. I mean, I'm pretty psyched about that. I will definitely try these more and I might pick up like a deeper one to try. I want to try this in a lighter shade because I love the way it filled in my brows, but it's just too dark. Same with the lipstick. I don't hate the shade, I actually really like it, but maybe just not with this eye look. And I'm still kind of on the fence. I haven't used this enough. Honestly, I haven't used anything enough to be like, oh my God, you need everything. But I mean, everything under $5, that's pretty cool. And like I said, even the highlight worked out fine, but I definitely think if you're any lighter than me, you might not be able to get away with the highlight, which is unfortunate because it's very pretty. Maybe if you use like a light hand, but yeah. That was it. What do you guys think? What product did you like the best? And have you tried any of this for yourself? Let me know in the box below and keep an eye out because I have a bunch more fun videos coming up along with giveaways. So that was it. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.